On February 7, 2007, I was sledding with some friends, and I ended up breaking my right femur. That's where it all started.
In Dustin's case, he was a transfer from a non-level 1 trauma hospital to our level 1.
The trauma bay, it's kind of an organized chaos because you've got an emergency medicine physician, you've got the trauma surgeon, you've got residents, sometimes nurse practitioners are down there as well. We have a respiratory therapist, we have multiple nurses, we have a scribe nurse, we have medics.
Got into a sledding accident.
I'm gonna draw a little bit of blood out of your right arm here.
Get some pain medicine here for you.
How does that leg feel? Hurts.
Within the first 24 to 48 hours after his surgery, his oxygen saturations were falling, he was having more work of breathing. He had oxygen saturations which were dangerously low in spite of everything we were doing. He was on maximal vent support, and he just still was not getting better.
We were afraid that we were going to lose Dustin many days in a row, many days. I can remember the trauma team coming up and saying, well, we need to try and wake him up again, and just feeling like desperately, I don't want to wake him up yet. I don't know if he can make it through.
The memories that I have while being sedated and in a medically induced coma, I still see them and I still remember them to this day. I don't think I'll ever forget them. I could hear people's voices. I remember hearing some of my nurses tell me their names, and I knew their names when I awoke. And I opened my eyes, and all I saw was the brightly lit nurses station. And I try to yell out. I can't yell out because at that time I had a trach. And I try to get up, but I can't get up because I'm restrained. And so I just reach for the next closest thing, the table, and I start just banging on it to get someone's attention. The last thing I remember was just breaking my leg and going in for surgery.
He was better, he was waking up, but he was still requiring the ventilator, still requiring quite a bit of vent support. It was slowly getting better. Every time we tried to wean him from the ventilator and get him off the ventilator while he was awake, I mean, he would, I think, watch the seconds.
It got to the point to where one nurse, Rachel, she had to take the clock off the wall because that's all I did was watch the clock.
And I took the clock off the wall, hoping that he wouldn't watch every second that went by, but just try and trust me. I'm in the room with you. I'm gonna help you. I'm not gonna let anything happen.
I didn't know what sort of condition I was in or why I couldn't talk. Every night I made peace with the fact that I might not wake up in the morning if I went to sleep. The team at OhioHealth, at Grant, they really filled that role in my family, and they wouldn't let me give up. I was told that you're gonna have to have extensive rehab and get used to your new way of life. Done a couple races. One of my favorites definitely is the Tough Mudder. I just feel just a huge weight's lifted off when I cross that finish line. Like, I can do anything. Now, working as a respiratory therapist, I always say that I didn't choose it, it chose me. Sometimes we don't see or know what we're supposed to be doing. We have to be told. And sometimes it has to be yelled out to us.
This young man walks up to me, and he's wearing respiratory therapy scrubs, and I notice he's got a scar from where he had a tracheostomy. He said, "Dr. Beery, I don't know if you remember me." And I'm thinking, I don't recognize this guy at all. So no, I don't remember him. And they said, "My name's Dustin Holloway." And that just hit. I still hesitate and pause when I see him in the hallways because it's amazing. I mean, he's why we do this.